Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nayeli, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a reaction to J-Hope's new music video, More. And obviously he is the first to go solo from all the BTS members, so I'm super excited about this new chapter in their lives. Hopefully they don't overwork themselves, but I'm super curious to check it out. From previous posts that J-Hope had done on his Instagram, the vibe of this music video seems like it's going to be dark, very different to anything that he's shown us before, so I'm really curious to see what direction he goes with this. So let's go ahead and dive in. Who's this guy? Okay, so the key says more. It's so different to see J-Hope wearing all black. You guys! Okay. All these angles, it's like, it's so like cool and edgy. No. Why you gotta scare me like that? Let's see. Okay, so he went from one room to another, well, which one seemed to be like an apartment of some sort, and then now he's going on to an office. Very interesting. I get the vibe of him explaining what he's been through this entire time for 11 years that he mentioned, you know, having to be perfect. I love how he just tripped this guy who's probably like the manager. He's like, revolution. Oh my god, this is so different. Oh my god, you guys, this is so different. My poor J-Hope, what have they done to you? I feel so bad. I feel like at such a loss for words. Like, one, I'm so surprised by this totally different take and like direction that he's going with this. That's so different from anything that we've seen before. I feel like I can relate to a certain extent, always being the happy-go-lucky person. However, you know, also having that dark side, which, you know, we've known J-Hope to have too. Like, obviously, if you're human, like, you can't be happy 100% of the time. And so, like, when we would see in, like, shows and stuff, whenever he would get upset, he would get really upset and I'd be like, okay, don't mess with J-Hope, because, you know. So I feel like I can relate a lot on that standpoint, like, always being known as, like, the happy, sweet person. However, you know, when things go down, or like when life really hits you hard in whatever way, shape, or form, like, you just react in such a different way from what you're used to, and so like everybody freaks out because they weren't expecting that. Like, they always expected you to be like that perfect, happy-go-lucky person. We're entitled to our emotions and our feelings, and so I'm pretty sure that J-Hope is one of those individuals from BTS who experience so much bottling up of frustrations. So now that he's able to get it out. You know, it's in this such a dark way that it's surprising, but it's also so loud. It's important for him to express himself in all these ways. I don't love clowns and skulls and things like that, so seeing that here kind of makes me a little bit uneasy. I mean, it's not like scary. I'm okay with that. It's just different to see it. That's so interesting because I kind of felt that too from their conversation during their Festa dinner, that there were some members that were way more vocal about things, you know, them needing to take a break to like recharge and, you know, do their own things. I feel like there's some sort of line between the work and having the free time. I don't think J-Hope is necessarily like over the work, because, you know, obviously he says he wants more. I don't think he's saying that he wants more work. I think that he just wants something that's more meaningful for him. Whereas, you know, everything that he did for the past 11 years, the company was telling him to do all of these things, and there were all of these expectations from the K-pop industry and people who didn't support them, and just having to work without any breaks, without any breathers. So I think that's what he's tired of. He's tired of being overworked for something that didn't feel as meaningful, but he does want to still work for his fans, you know, provide something for us that has more meaning, that can relate to us, which it's hard as an ARMY because I feel like so many of their songs are very relatable, but part of me is like, how much of it is a byproduct of them being overworked versus how much of it is being, you know, them trying to be relatable to us in their lyrics and in the things that they create. Because there's no doubt that they have been producing a lot of this stuff and it comes from them. But I think, yeah, that there's that, you know, misbalance there going on, where maybe if they had more time to produce their music, maybe in their mind they would have produced things that they could have been even more relatable. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that they weren't, because they obviously were. I think when you're so overworked, like your brain is just kind of like in this panic mode of like produce, and you know, maybe the outcome could still be really good, but you kind of question yourself, could it have been better if I gave it more time? And I think that that's probably what a lot of them are going through. Some of them I think are just like, no, I'm tired. Like Namjoon, you know, as soon as we heard from this, he went off to Switzerland. He's like, I'm gonna live my life. I literally need some fresh air. And so, which is amazing. Like, I honestly thought that's what a lot of them were gonna do, but you know, some of them are still working really hard. Like J-Hope is working on Lollapalooza. JK had his duet with Charlie. So, and there's so many other things going on in the mix that we don't even know about just yet. It's kind of interesting that he, instead of saying inhale, exhale, he says inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Like he can't even breathe correctly because he's going through these motions so quickly. Now it's warming up to me. I actually really like this grungy kind of rock style that he has going on. It's so interesting to have it kind of like with a more relaxed rap vibe. Dude, what is he wearing here? Are those like, are those supposed to be piercings? Oh, he's thirsty. Oh, I really like his pearls. I had seen them earlier and I was like, that's so good. And then his little piercing. He looks so good. Look at his cute little hands. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the meaning of the song because I feel like it can be interpreted in different ways. And I feel like also that might be where the translation kind of can mess me up a little bit. But when he says, I want more, I wonder if that's from the perspective of his company and in telling him like, keep going, I want more, even though boy's thirsty, he needs a break, he needs to go to the beach and relax and dance and like chill and do what makes him happy. Maybe it could mean this, but maybe it could mean like, I'm tired of the work that I've been doing for these past 11 years and I want to do something that's more meaningful. I feel like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, but I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it could go either way. Regardless, the fact that he's overworked is very much there. They all mentioned it during their dinner and it's just known, you know, if you go into the K-pop industry, that's what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, our boys have been squeezed over the years and, you know, just strained. Poor guys. I love them so much. I really hope that they can do whatever makes them happy. You know, if they want to produce more music, that's totally fine. I know it too, you know, as fans, we know how hard these boys have worked and, you know, and knowing that this was long overdue, that they were actually planning on taking this break since like before the pandemic, their limits continue to be pushed. And so that is why I wholeheartedly wish them the happiness that they deserve, that they've deserved for so much time. They've done so much for us. Now it's time for them to relax. So I'm really curious about your guys' thoughts. What did y'all think about this video? Very different feel and take from anything that we've seen before, especially from J-Hope. I'm proud of him that he, you know, has the courage to explore these different genres. Maybe this is something that he wanted to do for some time. We don't know. Maybe it's a byproduct of how pushed to the limits he was. At the end of the day, I hope that he enjoyed himself. I'm intrigued about your guys' opinion. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!